son, I love him for him, I'ma make. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks. Crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens.
Come on now, let's go! Ready, 7.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, the first move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Davis now. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for timing of the pass to the runner. Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
A little trouble us on a 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Davis. Dumps it off to Mixon. And well short of the first down marker. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it.
There, you don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. It'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. They come up first and 42.
Jim. Check. Hot route.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose one. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football sprint to your quarterback, and eventually you're calling on your backup quarterback.
But they got to do better than that last go-around. They went in the wrong direction.
So that'll back him up 5.
Ready, set. 59. You ain't. 22, jet cover. 22, jet cover. Delta. Part 9. Let's go, D.
On second down, here's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. From the gun on third down, Jackson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 31-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls in down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 20.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, one the teams think they come in bunches.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Hey, D-line.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chance this one's going the other way.
On 1st and 10, Davis. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion. Where you go make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game. Sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Fifth guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now Davis throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
It's his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it. And shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. The man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And a loose football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Jackson now. And he takes. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, he cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Now a nice is knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker Preston Brown there to knock that one away.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the 2nd level that and make a play on the football.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Two times. Hey, we got 4. Pull it. Shit. Hey, bro.
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. Being chased out left. And he was... Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone. Tucker
now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. At the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Davis. Off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. Now Davis fumbles it, and it's picked up by the way. The football at the 37-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. More fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got...
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25.
And he will take it on down. Tyler Boyd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Let's go.
It's at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a handoff looking right. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're
16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards. His second touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive. The formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Down. 8-3.
In your face.
Ready.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Here we go, D.
Davis now, operating from the gun. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Wild now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 11. Oh, able to avoid him. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into they're seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got decent.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
30 base.
They can't hang with us.
Davis throwing again. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Throwing after the interception. Davis. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and the Bengals have a first down. From the gun, Davis. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line.
First down, Cincinnati.
Okay, ready?
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Hey, lock it. Hit it.
Now Davis from the gun, he'll throw. And they will finally get him to the ground as he's forced to tuck it and take the sack. Randy Gregory able to get him for a loss of about 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Davis operating from the gun. Green brings it in. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Davis now. Off play action. He's got Green. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
Ready.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and now it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Davis. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Bengals 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
This is our time, guys. This is our time. Hey!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Go! Touchdown! Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker. Because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52.
From the gun, Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. The Ravens send their punter out now. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. This is fielded at the 27. Whoosh. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. That will get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And that one's pretty well wrapped up as the Giants have grown their lead even further. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in again for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Back, back, back.
Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. There he goes, right side. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. The offenses have success. You could say they've run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone?
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check, check. It's free.
From the gun, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout.
as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage back at their own 3 now as they come up second and long. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Hey, watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Back to throw. Davis. He's got his man, Boyd. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Ready, break.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Looking to throw. Davis got his man. It's Eifert. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Now a hit and a loose football, and the Bengals grab it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Davis now. He gets this one to Boyd. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Davis from the gun, he'll throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. 6-6, pull it high. Ready?
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this one down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're... So, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Davis. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
This is fielded at the goal line.
Them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
One set.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker now to add the point after. And things are getting good now. We're heating up, tied at 35. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 44, Davis, and that is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Hey, I get it.
Back to throw. Davis. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Let's go.
8 yards there and a 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun again to Mixon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Davis. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 12. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Past the 20. There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there, with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Davis skirts by him at the 35. Finding Green complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Matt Wild now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Baltimore offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check 3, check 3. Check 9, check 9. Hey, switch gear.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Bang, 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 bang. Check the backer, check the backer. Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
From the 27, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Forced out to his left. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Back to throw. Davis. Flushed out right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
To try again after the sack. Davis. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Bengals on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Davis operating from the gun, and that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Looking to throw. Davis. And that's complete. It's Green here. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Edwards now on 1st and 10. Fighting him off. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
4 down. 552, 552.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here's Davis throwing to start the drive. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Davis now to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The last catch nearly got him at first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First down, Cincinnati.
Ready. 18 Gators.
Go, go, go.
Now.
Davis on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
90 Wolf.
Here we go. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
Ready.
Looking to throw again on second down. Davis. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one and another first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
48 Mike. 48 Mike. Man, I got you.
From the gun, Davis. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
64.
Second and 2. And he will take it on in for a Bengals. Tyler Eifert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know a lot of coaches like to break their season into quarters, and how about the first 4 games for this guy? 3 touchdowns scored, really making his mark in the red zone here in the first month of the season.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check nickel. He's coming.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. On on second down, it's Edwards. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Check 43. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I can't believe they even let you play.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
10 Lobo.
Check 48's the mic. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
Get it.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Davis from the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Milano in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack.
On the ready.
What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Mike,
Ready to go.
check. He's coming. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Let go.
On fourth down, Davis. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory. Elsewhere, they're on to the fourth quarter at MetLife Stadium. And that one's pretty well wrapped up as the Giants have grown their lead even further. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far.